everyone, and thanks so much for joining us today. We're here with Romana Keldenhuys, the CEO of 360 Degrees Travel, and we're going to be talking about their newly launched product, the Dads and Lads Ranger Experience.
It's just part of the type of offering we were trying to push out during this time when most of our traditional work, because we're a traditional TMC, we decided to offer packages through My Private Safari, which is sole use properties, where people could go and self-isolate with a bunch of friends and family. You know, people were concerned about going to large venues where you could encounter people who hadn't necessarily adhered to the same protocols with regards to safety and the COVID. So with the My Private Safari, it was aimed at that, sole use venues within South Africa, and extending out now into Zim and Bots and Mozambique and places like that. But what happened with Dads and Lads is Eco Training is the best training company in South Africa, where they train guides to be guides. And a lot of their work is now, it's gone very quiet. So they wanted to use their properties and offer like an introduction course to youngsters and anyone, in fact, anyone. It doesn't have to be dads and lads. It can be moms and daughters. It doesn't matter. It's just dads and lads sounded nice.
Okay.
And the thing is, it's not exclusive to us. Yes, we came up with the idea, but, you know, all I want to do is I want to help Anton Latergan from Eco Training. And I want to be able to make sure that a business like that survives during this time. So if any other travel company wants to advertise it, they can get hold of Eco Training and put their own programs together, because at the end of the day, we're supposed to help each other get through this. You know, the quality of guides you receive from Eco Training, you know, is what we receive when we go to all the game lodges nowadays. They were mostly all trained there. So, you know, I think it's a unique opportunity. You know, I must say, I don't want my son, who's 17 now, sitting on a game drive vehicle, flicking his fingers, you know, asking for his next gin and tonic. You know, I'd far rather him learn about the bush. I'd far rather him experience it, you know, in a different way, as opposed to just sitting on the game drive vehicle. It's very rustic. It's very basic. But I think it's an amazing opportunity for people to do together, you know, a bunch of fathers and sons, like they used to paddle down the Orange River. You know, they can now go and do this together.
Great. Okay.
So, you know, that was the idea behind it. It's certainly not going to make us a lot of money. My Private Safari for us has done exceptionally well, because it's www.myprivatesafari.com, and that's where people can find sole use properties. So that's done exceptionally well, kept us busy over this time, because we thought that's where people would go in the beginning. So that was the idea behind it. It's really an introduction to what a game ranger learns, and also more about the bush, not just, you know, sitting on the back drinking a gin and tonic.
Okay, well, let's talk about the packages very briefly. I see that you have sort of 4 and 5 day packages, and that you stay at Makuleke Concession, which is up in the Kruger Park. Can you tell us a little bit about this concession and what the game viewing sort of experience is like up there?
Well, look, it's further up in the Kruger. I haven't been there myself, but I do know the area, because it's very close to the Outpost and those properties. So it's right in the middle of the Kruger. The accommodation there is nicer because it's you've got private facilities, tented accommodation with you know, your own bathroom, whereas the Pridelands property, which is right at Hoedspruit, that accommodation is very basic and very rustic. It's a little dome tent and shared ablutions, but you really are in the bush. There's no game fence around you, you know, around the camp, and the animals can walk through. You know, it's right next to a water hole. Game viewing's fantastic. And also you get to walk in the bush and you get to really experience the bush. So the idea is it's an introduction for anyone to experience it, and also then an opportunity for people to put their own groups together to go up there and experience the bush in a different way.
All right. And I see that the rates for a 4-day package start from about 3,600 per person. For a 5-day package, 4,800 Rand per person, and inclusive of all your activities, your accommodation, your meals. So very affordable bush experience when I look at those prices.
Well, Sarah, if you think how much you pay to just do a walking safari in the Kruger,
Yeah.
so this is inexpensive, and things are tough, not only for the travel industry, but a lot of people out there have, struggled a bit during this time. So to be able to go to the bush and experience it in that way it's very affordable, because you can drive up to Hoedspruit, you can drive up to the Kruger, so it's not going to cost you that much. Everyone says, oh, that's wonderful, we've got all these wonderful game lodges, but they are sometimes out of the price range if you're a family wanting to experience the bush. And this you can do as a family as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be dads or lads or,
Exactly.
it can be a bunch of friends who want to just go and because this is not, I'm repeating myself, but you're not experiencing the bush when you do one of these trips. You actually are doing it like a game ranger. The rangers there train the game rangers to be rangers.
Yeah.
So you learn a lot more about the fauna and the flora, and a lot more about what's happening around you, not just chasing the big five, even though they have the big five there as well.
2 last questions. Is there any
Yes.
age limitation? So, I mean, I would imagine it wouldn't be suitable for babies, but I mean, is it like from kids from 6 and up, or kids from 12 and up, or anything like that? Are they quite flexible?
Sarah, I think if you put your own group together, you can do it. I certainly wouldn't encourage people below the age of 12, just because it is open to the normal game. So, I would say that, you need youngsters who are not going to panic if there's an elephant in the camp and things like that. So I would say, and it really, if a group of people want to go up there themselves, well, they can discuss it with Eco Training and book it themselves with Eco Training. I just want to help Eco Training, and if I get a few bookings, that's great, but other travel agents can book directly with them.
Okay, well, that sounds so exciting, and so lovely to see these creative offerings coming out of, as you say, a traditional TMC that's been sort of quite corporate based. So great to see some creativity during this time.
Well, Sarah, the thing is that my team we family here, and so we had to do something to keep the team involved and busy and motivated and things like that. So, I still got a lot of my team working. So, the My Private Safari kept a lot of the team busy over this period. We're now picking up, we did a lot of essential services. We did a lot of repat flights, and now corporate is slowly but surely picking up. Certainly not at the volumes we experienced in the past. But, it was important that we did something to keep the business going. We weren't going to just sit here and wait. So, the team were very involved in this project. We've upskilled everyone. We've done a lot of training. So, normal corporate consultants are now doing lodges in the meantime, until we can return back to normal. But I've enjoyed it, and it's also given us another revenue stream, which we're going to continue with going forward.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Romain. It was so nice to catch up with you, and have a lovely day.
No, thanks, Sarah, and we'll chat soon. And to everyone in the travel industry, we will get through this. We will.
Brilliant.
Okay.